Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is etefevoke, and I'm here to take a break. I'm taking a break from book reviews and book recommendations today to talk about something that I think is important, and I'm talking from an observer's point of view. So, like opinions, some people might agree, some might disagree, but I just feel like it's important. I just want to tell you about what I think, and I think that Africans are better readers. I might be wrong, yeah, and if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. But I have my examples, so just listen to the end. First, I'm going to say that I know that a lot of people have stereotypes about Africans that we do not know how to read, we are dumb, and we don't have libraries and all that. It's a lie. I'm not here to even correct any stereotypes. You can just ask Google questions and you get your answers. You might not get your answers, so okay, but okay, you might not get your answers from this video. I don't know. Just listen. Africans are better readers because I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and I was saying to her that Africans do not do some kind of things because we actually are observers in the world. People don't rate Africans as anything, just at the side. Oh, underdeveloped. Oh yeah, third world countries and all that. So we are mostly observers. Even in our curriculum, we have an array of books from all sort of people, like, because we are learning new things and we're seeing things from other perspectives. So yes, we have African literature, we have African books. So even in WAEC, which is West African which is a West African examination, once you get to the end of your secondary school years, just like high school or what is called in your country, you write this exam, so you get the certificate. It's really very important. So in that curriculum, in that breakdown of that examination, we are meant to, for literature, people who did literature in school, you will agree with me that we have a section where it's non-African books, and we have a section for African books. So we read Shakespeare, William Shakespeare's works. We read, I can't even remember, we read a lot of books. We read why am I forgetting these books, their titles? Oh my god, so embarrassing. But we read a lot of books. I'm talking about Old Man and the Sea, even poetry. We read a lot of poems from different nationalities, from people from different nationalities, because it's non-African. So yeah, I don't know if you're getting my drift right now. Then we have African books. This kind of thing, maybe it's colonialism, I don't know. That's why they wrote the curriculum like that. But I feel like it was for the students' good, because it helps Africans or Nigerians. Let me just say Nigerians because I'm Nigerian. It helps Nigerians to see things from a lot of perspective. Nigerians know about how Shakespeare writes because we have that in our curriculum. And we can pick up any book. I kid you not, if you think I'm lying, ask any of your bookish friends that are African. Africans will pick up any book and start reading it. They don't care about where it's set. They don't care if it's set in Hong Kong, that I've never been to Hong Kong. They don't care about that. I don't care. And I've spoken to a lot of people that do not care. And I know that a lot of Africans do not care about where your book is set. As long as it's in a language that they can read and understand, and you're a good writer, it's guaranteed that an African will read your book. That's just the plain truth. We know about Jane Austen. We know about, give names. Recently, I read Kazuo Ishiguro's book. I'm just trying to paint a picture here for you that reading books, for me, like music, it has no language, it has no age, it has no gender. It's okay, some books have age restrictions actually, and music too, but I'm just trying to say that those things have no nationality. They don't have any race. A good music is a good music. A good book is a good book. Yeah. So I know that a lot of books are being translated. A lot of African books, like Chimamanda's books, are translated to other languages, and that's amazing. That's fine. But I still feel the need to talk about this because when an African starts a bookstagram or booktube, they actually just start with, okay, I want to talk about the books I read. Like, I want to talk about all the books that I have read. That's actually the plan. That was my plan when I started booktube and bookstagram. Then I come to bookstagram, I come to booktube, I check book talk, and I see that there is a big lacuna to fill. And what's the lacuna? African books. People talk. And sometimes I sit and wonder that, okay, because I use this digital apps to read books, and I see other books on my timeline, like read this, read that, read this, all sorts of authors, and I actually save them. I say, okay, nice title, nice cover, this is good, and all that, and I'm willing and open to reading this. Is it that they don't show people African books? I wonder all the time. Because it's not until a celebrity talk about an African book, it's not Chimamanda book. Chimamanda's book was among Obama's reading list, Americana, so it really gave it more buzz. And Chimamanda talks about feminism, so yeah, more buzz. Then his only wife, which was by Peace Ajomedi, was in Reese Witherspoon's, yeah, book club list, something like that. I can't remember for certain. So people talk about that book as well, and there's just a lot of books that they just add it, and not until someone talks about it, nobody's reading it. I find it odd because if you're a reader, you should be able to want to travel to all sorts of places and listen to all sorts of stories. That's why you never catch an African being myopic or being judging somebody by their nationality, and because we understand how painful it is to have a single story. We understand what that means. So, and we have traveled to all sorts of places. So even if we're traveling to Mexico now, maybe I want to relocate to Mexico, I have an idea, okay, I've read books about Mexicans, and I will start asking misguided questions because I have traveled there through books. I really hope I'm passing my point across right way, and I hope that I'm getting through to you listening, because it's really important. When you talk about classics that everybody should read, hardly will you see an African book there. And we have great classics. We have really nice classic books. We have really nice classic books. We have great women, Flora Wapa. We have Ashebe. We have Woishonika. Even Chimamanda's Pop is a classic. We have many. I'm just talking about Nigerians now. Not talk about Africa, the entire 54 countries in Africa. I'm not even talking about that now. I'm talking about, it's really wide. I'm not here to tell you read more African books, read more black. Yes, you should read more black books. You should read more African books, and see things like how would so there are some days me as a reader I just want to escape from my environment. So I will read a book that is set in America or set in France or wherever. I just want to leave my African environment. Sometimes I just want to be in my African setting. Good and fine. So having that, I just feel like it's so beautiful that you can have that. So having that kind of mentality that you read only books that are set in your space, it's weird to me. Like, that's no fun. So what's the point of reading? To me, there's really no point in reading fiction or reading that, because there's no point, because when we read, we are learning, because people believe that fiction is just fiction. No, we're actually learning a lot from fiction. So when you read books that are set in Africa, you get to understand their stories. if you read a book that is set in Mexico, you get to understand their stories and the stories of what they're going through over there. It's humanistic in a way that's so beautiful, and I really want everybody to experience that. That's why I think that Africans are better readers, because we are open to all sorts of books. We are open to books set in all sorts of places, and we allow our minds to be flexible to receive things and hold on to them and say, okay, I understand why this person is acting like this. It's because of this. I read in a story one time that so and so happened, and yeah, really, yeah. Read books from other races and nationalities. We'll talk about how the foreign books and the heavy load of foreign books influenced African reading, though another day. But I just want to know that Africans are always open to reading any sort of book. But when it now comes to a place that where the playground is not fair, people are not reading your own books, people are not willing to hear your own story, then you have to say, oh my God, we have great stories here, let us push these ones, because people need to hear this beautiful story. I've read a lot of African stories and I'm like, why is this book not popular? This book is really good. Why does nobody care about this author when this author is clearly a genius? I think you should have an open mind when reading books. I'm not saying that you are being biased or something. That's why I use example of how Africans are taught in schools, how we are open to reading foreign materials and our African stuff too. So that kind of diversity is what helps us to see things with an open mind. That is simply what I am trying to say. And I believe that you should read more books, more African books. And if you need recommendations, there are a lot of channels you can get recommendations from. And I'm a booktuber too, so you can always check my channel and see some recommendations I've done in the past. Yes. So with that, I do hope that I was able to pass my message across beautifully to you. And have a nice day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Goodbye.